Netflix has just released Death Note, which is an Americanized adaptation of the popular Japanese anime. Now, this is a standalone film. It goes for an hour and 40 minutes, and it covers a lot of ground. I haven't seen the original anime, so I'm just going off what I enjoyed and what I didn't like about the movie. And it's a story about Light, who is this American teen who's a bit weird, who finds this book that when he writes someone's name in it, they die. Things quickly spiral out of control for those around him, including his father, who's a cop, the girl he likes, Mia, who's this edgy teen, and also those around him and the entire world. Shane, you've seen the anime. It was a while ago. You weren't necessarily the biggest fan, but tell us about it.
So basically the major difference between the movie and the anime is just the pacing. Because like it was a series that was weekly and it went for about 45 so episodes, I can't fully remember. It had a lot of time to flesh out and explore a lot of things, whereas the movie, for better or worse, where the movie is very much a breakneck pace of like almost action scene to action scene. That said, I'd almost say that it was a piece of its time where it was now almost too slow to watch. Like it's very, very much explores a lot of things, but doesn't reach any conclusion till it's really almost too late and you're dropping out.
Yeah, because as we said, the movie does go really quickly. You know, it's I think it's like for Fans of Death Note, it's like 25 minutes in that like Kira is like fully developed, and you're like, okay, that really escalated quickly.
Yeah.
And yet you don't really get that much time with the characters. They're sort of like Light is this teen who's smart, but you know a little bit troubled because of his mother. Mia is the hot cheerleader that smokes at practice because why not? Because that's really cool. And then you've got Light, who is this weird detective, and obviously very Japanese mannerisms that don't really
crossover.
Well.
It's very Americanized. The whole movie itself is very Americanized. Even if you go like, it's an action piece to action piece, that is American in itself. It doesn't explore a lot of things that I think a lot of Japanese watchers would actually love. So to deep into, we do love how small character development, small little hints here and there. And it was very much also back in the time it was actually airing, it was the show that everyone was watching weekly and talking about and thinking, what's going to happen next? With the movie, it's very much, there is nothing of that. You know what's going to happen next because it's very much a very linear kind of pacing.
Yeah, I mean, there's some really nice set pieces, especially towards the end, but there is things that are like the morality of the situation of they are basically killing people, writing their names down, isn't really explored in that interesting a way. It's very sort of black and white.
Yeah.
And also L's background is very he's a mysterious detective. And you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
And you kind of roll your eyes very, very hard.
I think that there's the few things that it did not do very well. Al's character is probably one thing that would have been better to explore, and I think was one of the big things about when people dropped off from Death Note. When a big thing happens with Al, I'm not going to spoil, even though it's literally 10 years, I think whatever. Yes, there's a big thing that happens with Al, and after that, things do get slower paced, and even though it's already that far into the story, and it feels weird from the anime sense, and the movie itself goes in the opposite totally direction, and you just don't even care about Al, even though he's a pretty cool character.
Yeah, there's only really 4 characters that they sort of spend any time with, which is Light, Mia, Light's dad, and Al.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get a bit of a sense of them, but they feel very quite cardboard cutouty. That they're not really that explored that well. But yeah, there is a lot of great set pieces. It does leave it open for a sequel, which Netflix has said if they get enough viewers, they will do. But this feels very much like a film for someone like myself who it makes me kind of want to watch the series, less so now that I've heard you talk about it. But it made me sort of interested in the world, not necessarily the actual watching a sequel.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to get a sense of, I now know what Death Note is about, you can do that in an hour and 40 minutes.
And that and Willem Dafoe.